Waking up early is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt for success. It gives you a significant head start over everyone else who's still sleeping. Imagine this: while the world is quiet, while others are still in bed, you're already up, already moving, already making progress. You've taken control of your day before it even begins. This head start is invaluable because it allows you to do more, think more clearly, and make better decisions without the rush and chaos that come later in the day. It's a time when you can carve out space to focus on what really matters to you and your goals. Most people wake up to a barrage of distractions and demands. Their phone ringing, messages flooding in, tasks piling up. But when you wake up early, you get to choose what your first moments of the day will look like. You can start your morning without interruption, without pressure, and without feeling like you're already behind. That calm, quiet time in the morning is a rare gift. It's a time to prepare yourself mentally for the challenges ahead, to get in the right frame of mind, and to start making things happen. When you wake up early, you give yourself the space to think, plan, and prioritize before the world starts pulling you in different directions. This head start doesn't just apply to work or tasks. It applies to everything in your life. By waking up early, you allow yourself time to work on your health, your personal development, your relationships, and your long-term goals. It's easy to say, "I'll get to it later." But when you wake up early, you've already started. You've already taken action toward the life you want to create, whether it's working out, reading, meditating, or strategizing your next move. These small, intentional actions in the early hours compound over time and create big results. They become part of your routine, part of your foundation for success. Lastly, the early morning hours are a time to recharge and rejuvenate before the demands of the world take over. Starting your day with activities that nurture your mind, body, and spirit ensures that you're not just reacting to life, you're proactively shaping it. Whether it's through physical exercise, meditation, or simply having some time to yourself, waking up early allows you to recharge so you can give your best throughout the day. It's this sense of replenishment and focus that makes the early hours so powerful. Waking up early creates a unique opportunity to focus, plan, and work on your goals in a way that the rest of the day simply cannot offer. In the early hours, you have the advantage of peace and quiet, a time when the world has not yet started demanding your attention. The distractions of emails, phone calls, and meetings have not yet begun. This provides a rare moment of solitude where you can focus entirely on what matters most to you. This uninterrupted time allows you to think more clearly, reflect on your objectives, and prioritize what needs to be done without the pressure of external interruptions. The first benefit of this quiet time is that you can set the tone for the rest of your day. Most people wake up, check their phones, and immediately get pulled into the stress of daily life. But by waking up early, you create a habit of setting intentions before you begin responding to the world around you. It's not just about being productive, but about being intentional with your time. In these early hours, you can focus on creating a plan for the day that aligns with your long-term goals. You can think about your most important tasks, consider how best to tackle them, and mentally prepare yourself for the challenges ahead. Early mornings are also a time when your mind is at its freshest. After a night of sleep, you're likely to find that you have greater clarity, focus, and energy than later in the day when fatigue begins to set in. The early hours are when your brain is primed to take on complex tasks, solve problems, and make decisions with greater efficiency. During this time, you can engage in activities that require mental sharpness, such as reading, writing, learning, or tackling your most challenging tasks. When you wake up early, you harness the natural power of your mind to tackle the day's priorities with greater creativity and productivity. Furthermore, these early hours provide an opportunity to nurture yourself in ways that might not be possible later in the day. You can dedicate this time to your personal growth, engaging in activities that center you and prepare you mentally and physically for the day. Whether it's reading a book that expands your knowledge, journaling your thoughts, or practicing mindfulness and meditation, these early hours give you the chance to invest in yourself. By doing so, you build a strong foundation that supports your overall well-being and success. Personal development activities in the morning become a powerful tool for ensuring that your day starts on a positive and proactive note. In addition to personal growth, waking up early allows you to focus on your goals and the tasks that will move you closer to achieving them. Without the pressure of daily demands, you have uninterrupted time to consider your aspirations and make strategic decisions. You can use this time to reflect on your objectives, set specific, actionable goals, and create a roadmap for achieving them. Planning your day in the morning also allows you to prioritize effectively, ensuring that the most important tasks are handled first. This clarity and focus are essential for making consistent progress toward your larger goals. By waking up early, you also avoid the trap of reacting to whatever comes your way. When you rise early, you set yourself up to be proactive instead of reactive. You're not simply responding to emails, messages, or phone calls as they come in, but instead you're deciding ahead of time what your focus will be. This proactive mindset is key to maintaining control over your time and your goals. It allows you to take ownership of your day rather than letting external factors dictate what you do. This sense of control and focus is one of the most powerful aspects of waking up early. Additionally, the early hours of the day give you the space to take care of your health and well-being. Starting the day with physical activity such as exercise or stretching boosts your energy, enhances your mood, and improves your focus for the rest of the day. Taking care of your body is just as important as taking care of your mind, and early mornings are an ideal time to focus on both. Exercise in the morning can become a powerful habit that strengthens not only your body but also your mental resilience. It sets a positive tone for the day and reinforces your commitment to living a healthy and balanced life. Another advantage of waking up early is the ability to build momentum. The early hours allow you to start your day with small wins, which over time accumulate into greater achievements. Completing tasks in the quiet of the morning boosts your confidence and sets a productive tone for the rest of the day. This early momentum helps you maintain focus and energy throughout the day, making it easier to keep working on your goals as the hours pass. Every task you complete in the morning, no matter how small, propels you forward and strengthens your belief in your ability to succeed. By waking up early, you are also setting the stage for greater consistency in your habits. The habit of waking up early builds discipline. Discipline is the ability to take action even when you don't feel like it, and this is precisely what waking up early requires. The more you commit to this habit, the easier it becomes to incorporate other productive habits into your daily routine. Consistency is key to achieving success, and waking up early helps you build the foundation for that consistency. Over time, this discipline and consistency compound, leading to greater productivity and greater results. Finally, waking up early provides you with the time to work on the things that truly matter to you, whether they are personal goals, career objectives, or passions that are often pushed aside due to daily distractions. The early morning hours give you the space to focus on what is important without being overwhelmed by the demands of the day. By prioritizing your goals and taking action early in the day, you ensure that you're always moving forward toward what you truly want to achieve. This intentionality is one of the most powerful tools for creating a fulfilling and successful life. Waking up early is not just about having more time. It's about building a level of discipline that can transform the way you approach every aspect of your life. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, and it's something that needs to be nurtured and developed over time. Waking up early is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to build that discipline. It's a habit that requires you to get up before the world demands anything from you, to set your own agenda for the day, and to follow through on your commitments even when the bed feels comfortable or when your mind wants to stay in a state of rest. The first step in cultivating discipline is simply making the decision to wake up early. It's easy to hit the snooze button and roll over back into the warmth of your covers, but when you make the conscious decision to rise early, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're telling yourself that you won't let laziness or comfort dictate how you live your life. You are in charge of your actions, and that decision is the first step toward building the kind of discipline that will help you succeed in everything you do. The more often you commit to waking up early, the stronger your discipline becomes, because it requires you to resist the temptation of comfort and act according to your goals instead of your fleeting desires. The beauty of waking up early is that it sets the tone for the rest of the day. Discipline is not a one-time action. It's a series of decisions that compound over time. When you wake up early, you start your day with a win. You've already proven to yourself that you have the strength to overcome the urge to stay in bed, and that simple victory fuels your ability to tackle bigger challenges throughout the day. It becomes easier to stay disciplined because you've already demonstrated to yourself that you are capable of taking action even when it's hard. This sets the stage for the other decisions you make throughout the day, whether it's sticking to a plan, working through distractions, or maintaining focus on the tasks that matter most. Furthermore, waking up early allows you to create a structured routine, and routines are essential for building discipline. When you wake up at the same time every day, your body and mind begin to adapt to that rhythm, and you create a pattern that becomes automatic. This structured approach to the day removes the decision fatigue that comes with thinking about when or what to do next. Instead, you're on autopilot, following a predetermined plan that you know will help you succeed. The more consistent you are with waking up early, the more natural it becomes, and the more ingrained discipline becomes as part of your daily routine. Discipline isn't just about waking up early. It's about the actions you take after that initial decision. After you wake up, you have the time and energy to engage in activities that support your long-term goals. The early hours are perfect for working on your most important tasks, whether that's reading, exercising, planning your day, or pursuing personal development activities. By waking up early, you give yourself the opportunity to dedicate uninterrupted time to these meaningful activities. This is where discipline comes into play. It's about committing to the actions that are necessary even when you're tired, busy, or distracted. It's about following through on what you set out to do, whether it's working on a project, finishing a task, or setting up a new habit. Building discipline also means making tough choices, and waking up early often requires you to make those hard decisions. You have to decide what's more important, the short-term comfort of staying in bed or the long-term benefits of building a productive day. Discipline is about choosing what aligns with your bigger vision for your life, even when it's not the easy choice. Every time you choose to wake up early and stick to your routine, you strengthen your ability to make disciplined choices in other areas of your life, whether it's sticking to a diet, exercising consistently, or following through on a business goal. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is the ability to maintain focus despite distractions. Waking up early offers the gift of uninterrupted time, and with that, the opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Discipline is not just about doing something, it's about doing it with intention and focus. When you wake up early, you are not allowing external demands to dictate your time. You're setting your own priorities and acting on them with clarity. This focus is crucial because it helps you accomplish more in less time, making your efforts more efficient and effective. Waking up early also gives you the chance to reflect and reset for the day. Discipline is about more than just action. It's about staying connected to your goals, evaluating your progress, and adjusting when necessary. Early mornings are a time when you can reflect on your objectives, analyze what's working and what's not, and make course corrections before the busyness of the day begins. This habit of self-reflection helps you stay on track and reinforces your commitment to your goals, ensuring that you stay disciplined throughout the day. The discipline you develop from waking up early is not just about one area of your life, it extends into every other area. When you start your day with discipline, it creates a ripple effect. It influences how you manage your work, your relationships, your health, and your personal growth. Discipline in the morning becomes discipline in the afternoon and evening. It strengthens your overall ability to maintain focus, Stay productive and follow through on your commitment. The consistency and structure you create by waking up early act as a foundation for building success in all aspects of your life. In essence, waking up early is the catalyst that propels you toward building stronger discipline. It teaches you to make decisions in favor of your long-term goals, to focus on what's truly important, and to push through discomfort in the pursuit of success. The more you wake up early, the more discipline becomes second nature, and the more powerful your ability to create the life you envision for yourself. Waiting for motivation to show up is a trap that many people fall into, especially when pursuing goals or working on long-term projects. It's easy to think that we need motivation to get started or to keep going, but the reality is that motivation is not something that can be relied upon. It's an emotion, something that comes and goes, and waiting for it to strike can leave you stuck in a cycle of inaction. Motivation is often the result of action, not the cause of it. If you wait for motivation to appear, you may never get started. And even if you do, you might find it difficult to maintain progress. The truth is, success doesn't come from waiting for motivation. It comes from the habit of showing up, doing the work, and staying disciplined even when motivation is lacking. One of the biggest challenges that people face is that motivation is fleeting. It's easy to feel energized and inspired at the start of a project, but as time goes on, that energy tends to fade. Motivation can be driven by external factors, such as inspiration from a book, a podcast, or a successful person's story. But what happens when those external sources of motivation are no longer available? What happens when life gets tough, when setbacks occur, or when things don't go according to plan? If you rely solely on motivation, these challenges can easily derail you. Motivation alone is not enough to sustain you through the difficult moments. That's why you need to develop the habit of doing the work even when motivation isn't there. The key to overcoming this challenge is discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the practice of pushing through the resistance, the distractions, and the lack of motivation. Discipline allows you to stay committed to your goals even on the days when you feel tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed. It's about creating a routine that doesn't depend on how you feel in the moment. When you develop discipline, you no longer have to rely on motivation to get things done. Instead, you follow a plan, stick to a schedule, and keep moving forward because you know it's what you need to do to achieve your goals. Another important aspect of this is understanding that action breeds motivation. Often, the hardest part of a task is starting it. Once you get going, even if you're not motivated, you'll often find that the momentum carries you forward. This is why waiting for motivation is counterproductive. You don't need to feel motivated to start working, you just need to take the first step. Once you begin, you'll often find that motivation follows, not the other way around. The act of doing creates energy, momentum, and a sense of accomplishment that fuels further action. The more you work, the more motivated you'll feel to continue. Furthermore, consistent action is key to building a sense of accomplishment. When you make progress, even in small increments, it reinforces the belief that you are capable of reaching your goals. This sense of accomplishment doesn't just come from achieving large milestones. It comes from the consistent effort you put in day after day. Every small task you complete adds up over time and brings you closer to your bigger vision. The habit of showing up and doing the work even when you're not motivated is what creates the foundation for success. Each task you complete becomes another brick in the wall of your progress. It's the steady, consistent work that builds momentum and leads to results. It's also important to recognize that motivation is not always the most reliable tool. Sometimes the desire to do something simply isn't there. And waiting around for motivation to come can be a waste of time. Instead, focus on building a routine that you can follow regardless of how you feel. When you create a habit of doing the work every day, it becomes easier to keep going even when motivation is low. This doesn't mean pushing yourself to the point of burnout, but it does mean taking consistent, intentional action no matter how you feel. Even on days when you're tired or not inspired, the act of showing up and putting in the work will carry you forward. In addition, there are times when motivation can actually work against you. When you rely too heavily on motivation, you might find yourself procrastinating or waiting for the right moment to begin a task. This is a form of perfectionism where you delay action until everything aligns perfectly, waiting for that surge of motivation to come. The truth is, there is no perfect moment, and the right time to act is now. Waiting for motivation can keep you stuck in a cycle of inaction, where you're constantly planning but never doing. Instead of waiting for motivation, focus on creating small actionable steps that you can take every day. The more you commit to these actions, the easier it becomes to continue, and the more motivation you'll find. By developing the habit of showing up and doing the work regardless of motivation, you cultivate a mindset that's focused on consistency and discipline. You no longer rely on external factors to drive your actions. Instead, you create an internal drive that pushes you to take the necessary steps toward your goals. Motivation may come and go, but when you make discipline and consistency a part of your daily routine, you ensure that progress is made regardless of how you feel. The key to success is not waiting for motivation. It's about taking action, building momentum, and trusting the process. When you keep showing up, even when motivation is lacking, you'll find that results begin to speak for themselves. In conclusion, success doesn't come from waiting for motivation to strike. It comes from the consistent, disciplined effort you put in each day, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. While motivation can be an initial spark, it's your ability to take action, follow through, and stay disciplined that ultimately leads to achieving your goals. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect feeling to start. Build a routine, take consistent steps, and allow momentum to carry you forward. The real key to success is not about finding motivation. It's about developing the habit of showing up and doing the work no matter how you feel.